Welcome back to Special Education with Mr. G. Today we're talking about ADHD, one of the most common yet misunderstood conditions in schools. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or a school leader, understanding ADHD is essential to supporting students who struggle with focus, impulsivity, and regulation. By the end of this video, you'll understand what ADHD really is, what it looks like in a school environment, and what you can do tomorrow to support students effectively. Let's begin with the basics. ADHD is not a behavioral problem. It's not laziness, and it's not a lack of discipline. ADHD is a neurological difference in how the brain regulates attention, activity level, and impulse control. Students with ADHD are not choosing to be distracted. Their brain processes the world differently. Their attention is like a TV with too many channels playing at once. Their impulsivity is like a car with a strong engine but weak brakes. And their hyperactivity is not about being bad. It's a constant need for movement to stay regulated. ADHD comes in three forms: inattentive type, daydreaming, slow processing, forgetful, hyperactive, impulsive type, fidgety. Non-stop movement combined type, both sets of symptoms every child presents differently, which is why teachers must pay attention to patterns, not stereotypes. In school, ADHD can show up in dozens of ways. Here are some of the most common signs: losing focus within the first few minutes of instruction, forgetting steps in a multi-step task, disorganized desk or bag, incomplete assignments, blurting out answers, touching everything, constant movement or tapping, slow work completion, even when they understand the content. Emotional reactions that seem big for small frustrations, missing details on worksheets, rushing through work and making careless errors. But here's the important part. These behaviors are symptoms, not choices. What ADHD want to do well, but their executive functioning skills need support. One of the biggest misconceptions is that ADHD is caused by lack of discipline, bad parenting, too much screen time sugar, or the child simply not trying. No any of these are the root cause. ADHD is neurological. It's lifelong. And it requires a combination of understanding, structure, and the right interventions. Another misunderstanding is believing that ADHD always looks like hyperactivity. It's not true. Some of the quietest students in your class, the ones who stare out the window or zone out, may have inattentive ADHD and go completely unnoticed. Another myth: they can focus on video games, so they can focus in class. This is incorrect. Video games provide fast dopamine. Classrooms don't. ADHD brains struggle with low dopamine environments. When you understand that ADHD is a regulation issue, not a motivation issue, everything changes. Let's talk about solutions. These are evidence-based supports that help students succeed. 1. Clear chunked instructions instead of long verbal directions. Break tasks into parts. Example: Step 1. Write your name. Step 2. Complete questions 1 to 5. Step 3. Bring your paper to me. A structured and predictable routine. ADHD brains thrive on consistency. Post the schedule. Say it. Review it. Stick to it. 3. Movement built into the lesson, not as punishment, as a support. Movement increases focus and reduces stress. Examples: stand and talk to a partner, task stations, passing out materials, brain breaks every 15 minutes. For visuals and supports, checklists, timers, sticky notes, color coding, these are lifesavers. 5. Flexible seating. Some students focus better standing, rocking, or sitting on a wobble cushion. 6. Reduce distractions. This may mean seating away from windows, reducing visual clutter, clear desk space, headphones for independent work.
Act 7. Positive reinforcement. Students with ADHD here stop, and no more than any other group, use positive feedback.
Thank you for getting started. I like how you're trying. You're doing great focusing right now. 8. Alternative ways to show learning. Writing is often the hardest part. Allow voice recording, multiple choice oral responses, partner work, graphic organizers. This reduces stress and increases accuracy. ADHD support is a partnership. Parents know the child best. Teachers know the school environment best. When both work together, the child wins. Parents can help by communicating triggers, sharing strategies that work at home, setting routines. Making sure the child sleeps enough, supporting medication plans if used. Teachers can help by using consistent routines. Building strong relationships, using breaks instead of punishments, giving choices. Helping the child stay organized, breaking assignments into pieces. It takes patience, but when you support a child with ADHD correctly, their confidence grows, their behavior improves, and their academic performance increases dramatically. Many students with ADHD get into trouble because adults misinterpret their behavior. A child with ADHD who blurts out isn't trying to be rude. A child who forgets homework isn't being irresponsible. A child who gets out of their seat isn't defiant. They're dysregulated. Schools must shift from punishment to support. Punishing a neurological condition never works. Teaching skills always does. This is where MTSS and positive behavioral supports connect with ADHD. When teachers understand ADHD, everything changes. You see potential instead of problems. You build skills instead of frustration. You help the child succeed instead of shutting down. Students with ADHD are creative, energetic, intuitive, funny, and full of life. They bring passion to the classroom when they feel understood. ADHD isn't a barrier, it's a different way of learning. Thank you for watching this 15-minute guide on ADHD in school. If you want more content on special education, IEPs, behavior strategies, MTSS, and student support, make sure to subscribe. Every learner matters, and every teacher makes a difference. I'll see you in the next video.